if I wish to calculate the impact factor of a journal in 2019, I would take all the articles published in that journal in the last 2 years, that is 17 and 18. So just to bring to your notice, impact factor is calculated for either 2 years or 5 years, right? So on your screens you can see the 2-year impact factor calculation. So in the denominator, I will take all articles published in the last 2 years, that is 17 and 18. In the numerator, I will take all the citations received by that journal for those articles in the current year. That will give me the impact factor of any journal. However, the calculation is not exactly like it looks on your screen. So if I say 10 divided by 2 is 5, and if I do the same calculation for impact factor may be either 5.2 or 4.7, but it is usually not 5. Because there are a lot of internal calculations and factors that influence impact factor. Now, there are a few facts that you need to know. First, all journals do not have impact factor, right? I think all of you are aware about this. Then, conference proceedings are not considered for impact factor. Impact factor is usually biased towards fast-moving subjects like medicine, which has higher citations, so higher impact factors, and subjects like mathematics, which have lower citations and lower impact factor. And some very good upcoming journals do not have impact factor. So it becomes very difficult for researchers to assess the quality of any journal. Now, there is a need for alternative metrics. So to help researchers out, Elsevier took out a new metric which was called CiteScore in 2007. The difference between impact factor and CiteScore is CiteScore takes a 3-year window, first of all. Second of all, it includes all article types. And any journal that has been published for at least 3 years will have a CiteScore. That means you have access to metrics which you can now compare like for like and understand and assess which journals are better. Apart from that, there are a lot of alternative metrics that you can see. Metrics I've already discussed about CiteScore, but there are metrics like SNIP, which is Source Normalized Impact per Paper. I've received a lot of questions about alternative metrics also. So SNIP is basically helping you to assess journals, mostly interdisciplinary journals, right? So if the example that I gave you earlier, that any journal publishing content on medicine, the top journal in the field of medicine will have very high impact factor, sometimes of the order of 50, 60 or even more, right? But if I take a slow moving field like usually in case of social sciences and mathematics, right, the impact factor is usually low. And that is where it creates a disparity. So if I take the top journal in mathematics, let's say, the impact factor of that would be 5, right? And if I take a 5 impact factor in the field of medicine, that is usually considered as a average journal, right? Again, this is a generic statement. So I'm just trying to compare like for like. Top journal in mathematics and an average journal in medicine both have the same impact factors. And if somebody asks you which journal is better, you have no answer to give very specifically. So what do? We have this matrix called SNIP, which is Source Normalized Impact per Paper. So what this basically does, different subject categories. Now, next type of journal is called Cymago journal ranking, right? This type of ranking system is called this is usually a prestige metric. So when I talk about prestige, what I mean is what are the source of these citations that the journal is getting. So prestige or reputation may be calculated in a lot of ways. So one such way of calculating a prestige is by Cymago journal ranking. So let's say, again I'll take an example to help you understand. Let's take 2 journals. One journal gets heavily cited from top universities across the world, Oxford, Harvard, and Yale, and then talk about NASA. So that journal gets heavily cited from top institutions across the globe. And then there is another journal that has received the same number of citations, but the source of the citations are not as impactful as the other journal. So again, this is a very generic statement, but it gives you an idea of how reputed a journal is, right? So this is what Cymago calculates, and it gives you SJR. Now, why is there a need for alternative metrics like SJR, SNIT, site score? Is simply because we can never judge any journal based on just one criterion. Imagine judging people based on only one characteristic, right? Or all of us in this room, we have good qualities, we may have bad qualities. If somebody starts judging us only on our bad qualities, then it is not right. Similarly, whenever you judge journals, when you qualify journals, you need to look at the journal from every angle. And this is why these alt metrics are very important, and they are going to help you throughout your research career. Another issue that usually